guys, and welcome back to my channel. So last night I made a vlog about going to Texas, and we're in the hotel room right now. I did a video about what the hotel room looks like and all that kind of stuff, and it's actually a really nice hotel. It's called Tree Dot or something like that. Tree Coffee, I don't know, something about a tree. Anyways, so I'm gonna be making another video because we were supposed to be leaving. Well, Colton and I were supposed to be leaving today early in the morning around 6, but I didn't hear my alarm, so we didn't wake up in time. So I couldn't make the flight. Luckily, they did have another option where I could, go there tomorrow, and at the same time they'd have the same flight, but I'd be on standby, so not knowing if there's going to be a seat there or not. But they're really cool. They didn't charge me anything like that, and I would like to thank them for that, because I know that a lot of people do make mistakes like that and they do get charged, and that would have been a $500 ticket that my mom would have had to buy again. And no, I don't want to do that to her, for real. So I'm very sorry I missed the flight, Mama. I love you. We will be there very soon. But so right now I'm just chilling at the hotel. Little guy's sleeping right now, and wanted to make a video because I told myself I had this schedule. I need to make videos and tell you guys, keep you guys updated and tell you what's going on. So that's what's going on right now. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was I've been watching more manifesting videos. I have a couple of people that have been, looking at their videos a lot more and trying to, see how they manifest things, how they, what their techniques are, what they do, and, trying them for myself, because that's all you can do. So about a week ago, I made a video about manifesting with my boyfriend, and I had put $1 million check in my wallet, and that is my goal, to make $1 million. And I keep telling myself every day, I'm gonna make that $1 million. I'm gonna make it. I am going to be successful. This is gonna turn out. It's gonna be okay. When I came in and was worried about the flight and stuff, kept on telling myself, normally I'd really freak out and I'd be like, this is, it's not gonna turn out good, all this negativity. But you don't want to do all this negativity, because I'm the real boss, as you can see. Anyways, so no negativity. So what I've been researching and looking at and seeing is, you want to keep your mind open. You want to have positive thoughts coming through. You want to say, I've got this. I can get this job. I'm gonna get this car. I'm gonna get this money. I'm gonna get this apartment. I already have it. Like, yeah, I already have my dream car. I really don't, but I'm picturing that I do. I already have my dream house on the ocean, of course. I already have my dream lifestyle, and I got really fortunate before I even knew anything about manifesting or anything like that. I didn't grow up in the best household, but I loved my family. Like, every family has their differences, and crazy stuff happens, but you just have to work with it sometimes. And I would get angry a lot of times, especially when I was a teenager. I would get really angry and not know how to channel my emotions. I would throw things, I would hit stuff, I would I would have all this crazy negative energy inside of me, and it would explode, and I would do something that I would regret without even thinking about it. And I didn't know how that affected me, how that was going to affect me in the future, and how to stop it, or how to make it less, explode in your face, like, bleh. And I'm very lucky because I I've always been a good kid. You know, I've been rebellious and stuff like that, of course, who hasn't? But I've always had, you know, a good house, good education. I've always had my family there. I've always had support. I didn't have to fight for anything. I didn't, you know, I had a good lifestyle. I had, you know, family and my brothers, sisters, and all that. And so I made friends easily. Everywhere I went, everybody just loved me. So it just kind of came naturally sometimes. But then when I would get my anger episodes to where, you know, something didn't go my way, you know, I felt something was unfair, I didn't want to do something, I would blow up, and it couldn't control it. It just happened. I would throw stuff and I would instantly regret it. And I didn't know. It took me a while to learn why I was like this, why I would just blow up, how this happened. And so I kind of did my research on it. I was like, I don't want to be angry. When I'm you know, mad, when I'm feeling something, I want to just be able to let it go and say, okay, I'm not holding all this anger, all this emotion, all this craziness inside, you know, like you have to let that shit go. And I tried for years to figure out how the hell I was going to do this. And every time it just seemed so impossible. I was like, okay, so I'm going to hold my breath and count to 10 or something. Like, you know, I'd read something online, write in your diary or something. You know, I'd do the examples that they'd give me, and, you know, I'd be like, okay, it helped a little bit, but it didn't help, you know, as much as I wanted it to. And then, you know, I'd keep practicing everything that I would hear, everything that, you know, somebody would tell me this, and eventually I had this little journal to where I'd write everything in, every emotion, everything I did that day. If I had dreams, if I was feeling negative, if I, just anything bad or good, just my day, you know, I'd write in my journal. And I think that helped me a lot, especially at first, because it gave me an outlet to where I couldn't necessarily tell my friends, because they would gossip, you know, somebody would hear it, so it would get around some way, you know, I didn't trust everybody. And this way, you know, I could just write it to whoever I wanted. I could write the meanest letter in the world, I could write the nicest thing in the world, you know, I could say whatever the hell I wanted, and nobody would see it. And so that was working for a little bit, and I realized something really weird was going on. Like, I'd be mad at something, and this is before I even knew anything about manifesting or anything like that. I'd be mad at something, or I'd want something. So I would, you know, be like, I'm really mad at so-and-so. I'm really mad that I didn't pass my test. You know, I'd be mad at whatever. And then I would say, so I'm mad that I didn't pass my test. You know, I really want to pass it next time. You know, I hope I get a better grade next time. You know, it's not going to bring me down. It's not the end of the world. I'm just going to study. And I told myself positive things, you know, and, you know, sometimes it was hard to actually stay positive, because it's just something that you have to keep on repeating and repeating and repeating. Repetition is key for sure for anything. And so anyway, so I'd write in my diary, and I would, you know, just leave it at that, put it away, and I'd just go back to sleep, and everything, I'd feel better already, just writing it down on paper, getting that thought, that feeling, the action, that hate, anger, whatever I was feeling out of me. It helped so much, you guys, so much. I recommend writing your emotions, how you're feeling, down on a paper, anywhere. And that goes for everything. And I know a lot of people are saying, you know, write that thing that you want down. Have that picture that you want, like have that car, have that job, have that whatever you want. write it down, have a picture of it, like, visualize it, act like you have it, do all these things. The cup test, I just heard something about that. I don't know what that is exactly, but I'm gonna go look into it. There's just a bunch of different experiments, and so it's just so much that you can play with and explore. And I just found this topic super interesting because it just really, when I started hearing about it more, it really made me think about what would happen in my diaries. And like, I would wish for something. I would I'd be like, so, the test, or I want a better car, I want a better job, whatever I'd wish for. I want a boyfriend, I would wish that all the time, every year for my birthday, since I was little. I'd be like, I want a boyfriend, and it never happened. Didn't really get a good boyfriend for a while, and but I'd write it down in my journal, and things just happened. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's like still kind of new to me, and I don't know how to explain it, but every time I'll write something in my diary or on a piece of paper, and I'll have the intention. It'll be, I want to be independent. I want to have my own business. I already have my own website. I made my website from scratch. I had a little bit of help from my boo, but I had this plan, I had this dream, and I did it. I fucking made my website, you guys. I made my website. I have a website, and I've always wanted to have my own website and be my own boss, and I'm doing that. I was so tired of, going to work and having to get up early in the morning, being stressed out. All of this stuff would happen, be hungry, be tired, be mad, I just didn't want to get up. Whatever would happen, you would get fired, something, drama would happen, whatever it was. And so I just kept on, saying that there's better things out there. There has to be better things. This is not the end for me. I'm doing better things with my life. This is where I want to go. This is where I'm going to go. This is where I want to be. This is what I envision. And every time, I had some doubts or, anger, whatever it was, I'd just write it down and let it go. And I'd be fine. I would just say, you know what? This is not my problem anymore. It's in my book. It's in my diary. My diary can take care of it. And my diary did. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but like when I would wish for stuff, it wouldn't happen just instantly necessarily, but it would be out there in the universe, like everybody says, waiting for you to notice when it's going to happen. It'll happen. And I got boyfriends. I got what I wanted. And I'm very happy because the thing that I wanted the most was I wanted to be a mom. And I tried for years. Just didn't happen. And my friends were always just having babies left and right. Everybody was having babies way before me, and I was like, I really want to be a mom. Like, everybody seems so happy. They're like, this would change your life, all this kind of stuff. And that's all I wanted, but nothing ever happened. And I just had that mindset, like, am I ever gonna be a mom? Like, is it possible for me? I went to the doctor thinking, like, should I get a test seeing if I can even have kids? Like, I was really concerned. And it's just something that I was really doubting because it was so easy to everybody else. And I was at that point where I was like going back and forth. I was like, do I want a kid? I really want a kid, but then I don't. I do, but I don't. So I did that for a couple of years. I was going back and forth. And I write it down in my diary. I'd say, I really want to be a mom. I'm ready to be a mom. I think I would, do an amazing job. I can't wait to be a mom. I'm ready. I'd keep on saying all this stuff. And then, so my baby will be 10 months old in 2 days. And so it was just crazy. It came out of nowhere. I was in college and didn't have a boyfriend, nothing at the time. Just wanted to go to college and was working, just supporting myself, living, the single dream or whatever you call it, whatever. So, I mean, I didn't have anything to really take care of except, working and going to school so I can keep my house and pay bills. And I did that. I got all those stuff on my own. I got my car on my own, got my house, I got jobs. I was very fortunate to get that stuff. And I didn't even realize that it was because I put it out there. And I said, I want to get this job. I want to get this specific job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do as much as I can, as hard as I can. And everything just happened. The car, the job, my place, when I didn't even know how the hell it was going to happen. I'm just like getting goosebumps right now. It's just the craziest thing. Maybe it's a little bit cold in here, but I'm seriously getting goosebumps. I don't know, it just all fell in line. Like, I could go on and on about, the situations, and I'll go on in detail about that in later videos, but I could just go on and on about the stress, how am I going to get to point A to point B? Like, there's no way this is going to happen just out of the blue. But you guys, you have to believe. Seriously, you do. Because I don't know how I made it through, just everything. Like, first, before I even, found out that I was pregnant, I wanted the baby. I wanted my baby, and it happened. And I don't know how it happened. It just happened, like, randomly. It, like, just out of nowhere. Just one day, I was, met John, and we went to school together, and, we just hung out, and I just started feeling sick one day, and didn't know why. I was, really sick all the time, all day. I was losing so much weight. I was down to like 87 pounds, and I'm a small girl as it is, and for me to lose that kind of weight was life-threatening. Like, I was scared. I couldn't eat anything. I didn't know why I was sick. I had no idea. I was like, am I dying? Like, what the hell is going on? But I was tired of being sick, of, not being able to eat, losing weight. Nothing tasted good. Everything was like completely different. And I had no idea that I was pregnant at the time. So after, throwing up for a couple of days and nothing was helping, I went to the doctor. And I wasn't thinking anything of it. That was the last thing on my mind. I was like, do I have a disease? Like, am I dying? Like, is there something wrong with me? Like, in my head, or what? Like, what's going on? So I was expecting the worst, and I walked in there, and they're like, did you take a pregnancy test? And I'm like, no, I don't see a reason to take a pregnancy test. I don't think I'm pregnant at all. I was like, oh, are you joking? A pregnancy test? Why would I take a pregnancy test? I'm not pregnant. But they gave me one anyways. And I was like, okay, I'll just take it, whatever. And they come back in the room, and I'm still throwing up in my bag. And so they're like, so we have exciting news. And I'm like, okay, you have news? What kind of news? And the woman walks in the room, and she's like, you're pregnant. You're going to be a mom. And at that moment, the world just stopped. I was just like, oh my God. Are you kidding me? Like, I didn't even know what to say. I started crying. I was just so happy and just insane. It's just like, I don't even know how to explain the feeling. It was just so amazing. I just want to cry right now talking about it, but it was amazing. That's how I want to explain it. It was amazing to hear that news, that I was trying all these years to have a baby and nothing happened. And when I least expect it, when my life is good, I was going to work, I was, going to school, had my stuff together, I was independent, I felt good. Everything was coming to me. And, I think that the universe thought that I could handle a baby. And they were like, you're ready. You have all these things working out for you. You're doing what you need to do to survive. You can more than handle a baby. And I think because I showed myself that I could do that, I could, handle my own life by myself. Sometimes I struggled and sometimes I needed some extra financial help, but, when I had the financial means, I would do everything I could because I wanted to do it myself. I wanted it to be me that supported me. And I wanted to say, I did this. I didn't have help. I didn't, unless I really needed it. But I just wanted to say, this was me. I did it. So, but yeah, at the time, I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, are you serious? Like, it was the craziest thing. I didn't even think about any of the universe or manifesting. I didn't think about any of that. I just could not believe that I had a little baby bundle of joy in me, and I've been trying for years. And out of nowhere, boom, it just happened. So, of course, I was crying, and she was talking about, she was talking about just, if changes, if you want other things. And I said, no, I'm keeping the baby. Absolutely not. No, this is a miracle. You have no idea. Like, I was shaking, and I was still throwing up, of course, but I did not care. I was like, you know what? This is crazy. I am so happy. And I was like, I just couldn't believe it. And so then, they gave me the test results and everything was positive. And so the only thing I had to do was tell everybody else, my family, my friends. And as I, walked out of the doctor's office with that piece of paper, my friends were in the hallway waiting to take me back home. And I was shaking. And I told them, I was like, you guys, you will not believe this, but I have to tell you this when we're in the car because you need to be sitting down for this. And I told them, and all three of us were just silent. We couldn't believe it. We're just like, oh my God, what is going to happen now? Like, this just came out of nowhere. It's crazy. It's just crazy how if you really want something, if you feel like you can handle it, if you're passionate about it, if it means that much to you, you will get it. And you see proof, because I was about to go in to see if I could actually have a baby. It was that bad. I tried for years. And then I met John, and out of the blue, everything was going fine. And then that miracle happened, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just the craziest thing. And so now I am wanting to, do channels and videos about what is out there, what you can manifest, what can happen in your life, all the possibilities, you guys. Just imagine all the possibilities. Like, you hear other success stories and stuff, and that's so inspiring to me. Like, I just can't imagine getting anything that you wanted, when you wanted it, out of nowhere. Like, you see weird success stories, like, this is the weirdest thing that just happened. I was just talking about a cheeseburger, and I got a cheeseburger. Like, you hear that stuff all the time, and it's just meant to be. Like, when you happen to run into that person when you were just thinking about them, it's that kind of stuff right there. fate, whatever you want to call it, that makes me believe, that makes me know that there's better things out there, that you don't need to stress. You know, you put in the work that you want. And if you do put in the work, you will receive what you want. I guarantee that. So I just wanted to share with you guys that. I'm so happy. And I can't wait to make more videos for you guys and tell you other stories and successes. And I'm so glad that you guys are here today watching my channel. Please like and subscribe down below. Thank you. And I will keep you guys posted about what's going on. I'll be in Texas tomorrow, so I'll be having another video about Texas tomorrow, because I know you guys want to see Texas. But yes, so I will be in Texas tomorrow, and so I'll be posting probably later on that night. But yeah, I wanted to share my success story with you guys because it is so important for you to feel like you're not trapped. You have a way. You know, you make your life the way you want it. It's all up to you. If you say you want something, if you work hard enough for it, you're going to get it. I guarantee you guys. So please stay tuned for my next video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.